I know people feel this way, guys, but don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. We got a gift. It's a superpower. It's not something to feel bad about or to worry about what other people think about you. We've got a gift. We have the ability to tap into our superpowers by simply picking up and holding a physical object that the Earth created for us. How freaking cool is that? Hey everyone, good morning. My name is Nathan, and welcome back to another Vibes and Frequencies video. I was just about to tell you my name again. Look guys, I just woke up. The whole point of this video, here on the Vibes and Frequencies channel, if you happen to be new here, I make videos about highly specialized crystal information and how we can invoke the magic in our lives with the crystals. Now, in this video, I want to be discussing with you guys the absolute best crystals to help us sleep. And I'm going to share some of the worst crystals that you just might really need to keep away from yourself towards like the second half of the day for sleeping purposes. And then we're going to talk about some energies that are a little bit kind of on if, ands, or buts and are going to depend on where you're at and what kind of vibration you're rolling with at that time. Now, the reason for this video is 100% because I've been just really struggling to sleep lately. It's just been tough, man. And I've been realizing that part of the reason I can't sleep is because I'm hearing so much noise. But it's not internal noise in my mind. They're like these frequencies, these high pitch, these low pitch. It's like there's all these different frequencies that are just taking place. Now, this is what happened to me last night that has inspired this video, guys. I'm gonna turn the camera around, hold on. Here we go. All right, check this out. This here is my Amethyst geode. Now, as you can see, this is where I sleep with my pillow right here. By the way, guys, I'm doing van life. I'm sure you noticed. This is my van I'm living in. It's a pretty makeshift right now. I just got it 2 or 3 days ago, so it's not all set up or anything yet. But anyways, I'm laying here, and I can hear, straight up, guys, I could still hear it right now. It's not a freaking joke. This thing is making so much noise. It's going wong, 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 and I can feel this reverberation in my ears, and it's literally like this rippling effect, and it's dense. It's a dense sound. So, this is what I'm talking about, okay? Apparently, hold on here, trying to flip my camera screen open. Come on! Sorry guys, I'm trying. Hold on, we're trying to try and let this. What's going on here? And action. So apparently I'm hearing crystals now because it's not just the amethyst. I'm hearing sound coming from my moldavite. It's constant. The crystals are making sound. I've never had this happening like this before, and it's constant. All the crystals are going. Some of them are like faster, like I know it sounds crazy, but this is freaking happening to me, guys. So here's my theory. We are continuously evolving and kind of like upgrading, you know? And this change that's happening on the Earth right now, the vibration shifting and all this stuff, we're part of that. Now, my theory is that every single day, we are becoming more and more sensitive to all of the subtle energies of the universe. This is part of the expansion and the evolution as our awareness is expanding into these places. There are so many dimensions of us taking place, and these are apparently some of them that are making themselves known, at least to me now. So if anybody can hear their crystals, and especially if it's just started happening for you, if you could please comment and let me know below, because this is the first time this has ever been happening to me. And it's freaking wild. So based on these frequencies, there's actually, like, if you were to look up frequency music to help you sleep and it tells you the hertz and all these things, I'm starting to match up that these crystals are giving off, theoretically, hertz. They're giving off a certain hertz, a certain waveform. So this is exactly where today's video is coming from. we're going to talk about the crystals giving off the energetic waveforms that are conducive to sleep, the ones that are exactly the opposite of being conducive to sleep. And then some of the ones that are kind of like, this is just going to depend, right? So let's get to it. I'm going to turn this camera around. There we go. There we go. You got it. I've been trying to learn how to use this for a while. So crystal number 1 to help you to sleep is amethyst, 100 million%. Now, amethyst has this super soothing energy about it. Now, it's very stimulating to our third eye and our crown chakra, but what's really exciting about amethyst in terms of this video is that it doesn't stimulate them in this kind of high, spastic, electric kind of way that might stimulate us and keep our brain moving around and our heart pumping and our energy moving, and it's just not conducive to sleep. But the amethyst is. This frequency, this is the lowest one out of all the crystals that I have in here. I'm telling you guys, it's the lowest frequency of all of them. And it sounds super close to the hertz that you hear when you look up music to help you to sleep. I kid you not. So it's really peaceful. It's this really serene energy. I find not only do I sleep really well with amethyst vibes coming at me, but I also find that it's almost as if my crown chakra and my third eye are upgrading throughout the span of the night. Like, I know it sounds trippy, but I swear to you guys, I wake up every single morning more and more conscious. You know what I'm saying? It's so cool. You know, it's like we can use the crystals and we can grid our space at nighttime and things like this, and you can make it conducive to what you're doing in your life. Like if you're trying to manifest like some kind of like anything, if you're trying to be manifesting right now, you could set up like abundance grids in your space, and you could go to sleep at night and you could know that every single night there is vibrational work that is breaking down and happening in your person. So you can literally upgrade yourself in your sleep. You can. This is what I've been doing for a long time, guys. But because I'm becoming more and more sensitive, I found that certain crystals I used to be able to sleep with, I just no longer can even keep anywhere near me. Even sometimes during the day, it gets to be a little bit too much. And this is just about the sensitivity expansion. So here's the second crystal for sleep that I'll recommend. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. The obsidian, actually, I don't hear a frequency coming from this one. Now, this doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that it like is broken or something like that. To be perfectly honest, I don't know what it means. But for the sake of genuine honesty, this is the one crystal in this video I don't hear anything coming from. And this is partly why I'm introducing it as being great for sleep. This seems to be less of an energy that is putting out frequencies and more of a sort of sponge that is bringing them into it. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is a lot of what people know about black crystals in the crystal community. So, you know, my whole purpose of this video is I really want to help you guys and help you because I know I know that things are sensitive right now. I know things are breaking down for a lot of us, and I know me personally, I haven't been sleeping well, and this creates me to be a very emotional, not rational thinking person, and I've been taking it out sometimes on people in my life. I've been really stressed. It's been showing in the business, making mistakes and things like this. So, you know, in case you guys are having this too, I just want this video to be as best for you as possible. So the black obsidian's more of like a sponge that's pulling things into it. Now, I find keeping this in the bedroom at night and actually sometimes even putting my hand on it helps to bring me to a much lower plane of existence. Now, I'll turn this around while I'm explaining this to you guys so you can see it. By the way, I'm in Sedona, Arizona right now. Just woke up, like I said. It's starting to flow, my brain's kicking on. Good morning, good evening, whatever time it is to you. Dang it, what was I talking about? Oh man. Well, I'm sorry guys. I love how I just go to tell you it's morning and my brain's just starting to work and I forget what's going on. Anyways, I really love the black obsidian. It does Oh, it has the lower frequency energy to it. Now again, I don't hear anything from it, but there are all kinds of different dimensions to our experience. There's higher planes of it and lower planes. Now, something that's mixed up in the spiritual community is that people think higher equals better, and this is not the case. There is no better or worse. All of these dimensions exist right here, right now in the present moment with you, and we are in every single one of them. It's just that our awareness, for most of us, it's choosing a certain dimension to exist in the most fully. So I find that the black obsidian brings me to a very low kind of dimension. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my voice has actually gotten deeper. My kind of presence of the weight of myself, the intensity with which I maneuver, this has changed. And for many of you, you've probably noticed, you might think that it's just that I've become more confident, but it's really because I'm holding much more firm position in the lower dimensions now. Because I used to only work with the high frequencies, but now that I'm working with the low frequencies and the energy of black obsidian, you know what? There's a certain kind of power that I've unlocked within myself. But I will let you guys know that black obsidian does trigger a lot of shadow work. Now, what this means is when we reach down into the lower frequencies, it means all the stuff that we were trying to be super high to ignore and bypass, all of the lower things that we carry, like the negativity, false programming, things holding us back. The black obsidian brings you straight to where that programming exists. Now, that might be challenging for some people, but it's also a very big gift, because once you're brought to that level and you see that awareness, this is the place where we can consciously work on these things, heal them, and let them go for good. So I'm still doing this with black obsidian, and it's one of the #1 crystals that I've really, really been working with. And it also really helps me to sleep. And when I'm feeling a lot of negativity, people's projections coming at me, if you can't sleep because you're thinking about what other people think about you, or worries and things like this, then I can't recommend black obsidian enough. That's exactly what I use it for, and it really works. Okay, here we go. Third crystal energy to keep in the bedroom to help you to sleep. This is a piece of selenite. Selenite is the third crystal that I would recommend to keep in your bedroom. Selenite is also having a sponge-like energy. It's bringing things into it, but here's the difference. The black obsidian is clearly absorbing frequencies and vibrations and holding them. It's keeping it for itself. The selenite seems to be bringing things into it and then generating them into its own frequency. Now, I know this sounds weird, guys, but just give me a second. I'm gonna listen to it because I'd like to demonstrate to you. Okay, so I know it sounds silly for me to do it this way, but the selenite is kind of like a now. This is a higher frequency range. So the selenite is keeping us in a higher frequency. But again, higher doesn't mean better, lower doesn't mean worse, and vice versa. Now, the higher frequencies aren't necessarily going to be bad for the bedroom. It depends on how the frequency moves. It depends on the way that the energy, it has a momentum, guys. Imagine a waveform graph where it's going like this, and then there's another one that's going like this. It's about the speed with which it moves. So this one is moving faster, and it's on a higher frequency, and yet it is conducive to sleep. It's really clearing and absorbing frequencies that will likely keep you from sleeping. Again, anxiety, depression, worrying about what other people think, and selenite on its own has a very nice, clear presence to it. I always feel that it is being really amazing at bringing more light into the space. Now, this is really good for sleep, really amazing to absorb all those things and to clear any negative energies and things like that. So I find that when I'm sleeping with selenite, I like to sleep with a piece under my pillow here. What ends up happening is, for example, having bad dreams, processing those kinds of energies in your dreams, it just doesn't happen. It's instead of having to process it in a dream, the selenite helps you to process and clear it. Now, here's something that's really exciting that I know that you guys have heard me mentioning and talking about in my videos, and it's that we ourselves are the crystals. All is one. It's not an exaggeration. It's not a philosophy. It's the truth. We truly are everything in reality. And this means that you are the crystals that you're working with too. So when you are working with these crystals, you are truly on a very serious way, guys, working with yourself. And we can think of the crystals as a freeze frame of an energy in time, right? These were created with certain energies in the earth, and it's like it's a freeze frame of that energy and it holds it. So whereas we are humans and are very malleable species, we merge, we're constantly changing our personality and identity, our energy's constantly changing, we're always evolving, growing, and learning, because our egos are malleable. Crystals have egos that are not malleable. They are quite literally very hard. They are holding their frame. They do not move from it. You see what I'm saying? So we can work with those parts of ourselves to show us what these freeze frames of energy are, and we can use these to help to learn on our spiritual journey and to feel these energies. And I just really think that's amazing. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn this camera around again, and we're going to be talking about the crystals that you do not want in the bedroom, okay? Now, of course, this is all based on me and my own experience. You may have a different experience, and that's perfectly okay. So here's the crystal, is the number one crystal. Hold on, sorry, I'm trying to itch myself right now. Here is the number one crystal that I would not recommend to keep in your room or near where you're sleeping at all. This is a herkimer diamond, and to me, this is the energy that smacks me in the face the hardest. Since I got this, I literally, every single night, I have to walk a few paces out there away from my van and set it out. Because I literally, guys, I'm so sensitive. Now hold on, I'm gonna listen to this one and share it with you. Okay, so this one's really interesting. This one doesn't have a waveform where it seems like it's moving in that wah 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 kind of way. This one's more like a constant ringing in the ears, and it sounds like this. I'm dead freaking serious, guys. This is happening to me. Man, who knows what's gonna start unlocking with my work with crystals. What I do know is I promise to share everything I'm experiencing with you guys in a really genuine and honest way, because I think it's really exciting. And I'm sure you guys are unlocking all kinds of new dimensions and potentials with crystals as well through these changes. So this is like literally the number one energy I would never keep near me at all. This gets me so lit. It's like an intense generator. Now this one stimulates the crown chakra as well, similar to how we're talking about Amethyst is doing this. But the difference is the way that the energy momentizes itself. You can think of this as the personality of the crystal. While the personality of Amethyst is like your really soothing, peaceful friend who, when they talk, it relaxes you and you feel like laying down. And then this is your high energy spastic friend who's constantly going blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm trying to say? So this is what I'm talking about. Number one crystal I would not keep in the bedroom is herkimer diamond. Let me know what you guys think about that below. I would love to hear about which ones you agree with and which ones you disagree with. Seriously. Now here's the second energy that I'm learning I can't keep in the bedroom. This is an Orgonite generator. Now this is a really special one. It actually has a ton of brass, copper, gold, and silver. It's got a quartz rod going straight up through it. You see that in there? Wrapped in the silver. And then it's actually got 42 different kinds of crystals ground up and put in there. You see those different specks of color? So those are all crystals. So this is a really, really powerful one. Clearly it's very huge. Perhaps a smaller one would not be giving you this problem. But I straight up cannot have this in my van or anywhere near me at nighttime. This Orgonite, and Orgonite in general, is literally a generator. Now again, this has a similar potentiality to it, the same as selenite. This is clearly bringing in frequencies to it and absorbing them and generating them out into its own. Now here's the thing about this one, is it doesn't sound like a frequency to me. It sounds more like a feeling. And the feeling, I know this is a weird way to explain it, this one sounds like a feeling. And the feeling it sounds like is like you just are really full. You are full, like your whole body is resonating with the energy of excitement and passion. Now this is beautiful, guys. It's much better than those harmful frequencies that it's that it's helping us to transmute by absorbing them and putting out the quote unquote better ones, which, by the way, There's actually scientific research, guys, all about the Orgonite done in Russia that clearly demonstrates that cell tower frequencies and things like this are absorbed and are attracted to go to the Orgonite. Now, whether those frequencies are actually harmful to our body or not, they haven't really released information about that. I wonder why. But anyways, the Orgonite is helping to protect us, but it's also generating a lot of really high energy. So it's transmuting those for us. It is an extension of ourselves. And this part of ourselves is helping us to absorb certain frequencies that are not conducive to our own physical health, and it's helping to transmute them into ones that are. Now, when you are really, really healthy, you're popping off, you're ecstatic, you're ready to go out into the world, you want to adventure, because you feel freaking so healthy and so good. And this is really tuning us into that. So when I'm feeling that way at night, when I'm feeling really good and healthy and adventurous and excited, obviously, it's hard to sleep. Okay. All right. Now, let's think. I want to show you guys one more that I would not keep in here. Well, okay, we're gonna move on to some ones that are negligible. And don't forget, guys, that I have a crystal giveaway every single crystal video. So stay tuned, it's coming up. I can tell that the flow is about to hit it. Now, here are some that I've been working with that seem like they're kind of iffy, and it's gonna depend. So here is a piece of Diamantina Lemurian quartz. Now, this is a really special piece. This is not part of the video, but I just love crystals and want to share it. This is a double terminated Diamantina Lemurian quartz, and I recently made a video about this and how I've been using it to time travel and dissolve my concept of time, remember past lives and things like this from ancient Lemuria. And someone mentioned to me in the comments that it's actually considered a laser wand as well. So a very powerful piece. Now, what's interesting about Diamantina Lemurian quartz and this right here, this is a genuine piece of quartz, right? So just regular quartz. The thing that's really interesting about quartz energy and quartz pieces is that what they do is they expand you. They're expanding you. Hold on, I'm trying to turn the camera. They're expanding you, your presence, who you are right now in this moment, and all of the energies that you are generating as the generator that we all are too. We're all crystals, okay? We are all crystals. This is a crystal, I'm a crystal, you're a crystal. Now that we got that figured out, let's move forwards. It's expanding us and making us bigger. So for example, if you are having a hard time sleeping already and you bring quartz in, it's going to amplify that and make it bigger. If you are super tired and ready to go to sleep and you've been looking forward to it, and it's that mode where like you just feel like a cat that's gonna stretch and you're so relaxed and it feels like Christmas in your pajamas. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you already feel like that, the quartz is going to expand that and make it bigger. So if you already are tired and going to be able to sleep, the quartz will expand that and it will help you to sleep. If you can't sleep, the quartz is going to expand that. It's all about your energetic focus and the frame of reality that you are holding and directing yourself to. The quartz is going to make that bigger, okay? So that's it's gonna be totally dependent on you and what you're feeling right now. So that's why this is the one that is kind of like, if and or, you know, I'm not sure. Now hold on, I'm gonna flip my camera screen open here again, guys. I am getting better with it though. I'm sure you could tell, I'm really, really excited about it. Now, here's the next one I wanna mention that's kind of iffy, and it's Phenokite. So this is a piece of Brazilian Phenokite right here that I'm showing you guys. Real nice piece. It's a very special, super rare high-end crystal known as the highest vibrational crystal of terrestrial origin, meaning it doesn't have like it's not tektite, it's not a meteorite, it's made on Earth, okay? Now, I actually agree with them saying that this is the highest vibration. The thing about this, again, guys, is that high vibration, again, it does not mean that it's not gonna make it so you could sleep, and it doesn't mean that it's the opposite of this either. It all really depends on your resonance and the way that you feel them. I will tell you that the frequency that this is putting out is the highest and fastest waveform out of any of the crystals that I have in here. It's ridiculously intense. Now, here's the thing. I myself have been sleeping with a piece of phenokite under my pillow, I think for almost an entire year now. Yeah, I've been working with Phenokite for about a year. I've got a whole playlist talking about the energy and why it's so special. I'll tag that in the description for you guys. As a matter of fact, every single crystal I mention in this video, I will tag the video playlist below for you if you want to learn more about these crystals, where to get them, and things like this. So the thing about it is I've been sleeping with it under my pillow for that long, and it has never made it so that I can't sleep. What I will tell you is that I sleep differently with the phenokite, okay? So it doesn't make it so I can't fall asleep, but instead of feeling like I go into this deep slumber and I'm having dreams, it feels more like I never fall asleep. It feels more like I go into a kind of trance-like state where instead of falling asleep into dreams, I'm waking up into my higher dimensional self. And it's almost like I'm scripting reality. It's like a trippy hallucination where I'm seeing my life play out, but I swear to you guys, it's like my higher self is scripting and writing out what is going to be happening for the next few days. This is what the phenokite does. Now, phenokite is the one that I give the most permission to upgrade me and to raise my vibration while I am sleeping, you know? I like to feel into the fact that when I sleep with this, when I go to sleep, I am waking up into the higher dimensions of myself. And when I'm doing this, I'm breaking down a lot of vibrational walls and defense mechanisms, negative programming, and things that are within my person. So the phenokite is a really great companion at nighttime. However, most people in the crystal community will tell you that you do not want this anywhere near you when you're going to sleep at night because you won't be able to sleep. Now, I will say that I honestly sleep better with it because I go into this trance state almost instantly. So rather than laying in bed, tossing and turning, going, oh, I can't sleep, I instantly enter into a trance of meditation, of my higher self. And so it really helps to relieve that stress of feeling like I can't sleep. And sometimes that's all you need, is to let go of the stress of, oh, I can't sleep and I'm trying to sleep. Sometimes it's just that stress and we're perpetuating it, you know? So phenokite is kind of an iffy one. It's kind of on both ends and it kind of just really depends on you. Now the next one I'm gonna show you, this is actually a piece of Tanzanite. Now Tanzanite, again, is one that's kind of in the middle. To me, personally, the Tanzanite has an energetic presence and vibration that feels kind of stony, like I just smoked a huge bowl of indica weed or something. And so you can see how, to me, this is helpful for sleep. But I've heard a bunch of people, and even one of my friends tell me, that they can't have it anywhere near them, and that they actually have to take their Tanzanite off by like around 3 p.m. because otherwise they're too stimulated in the third eye. Now, I do get a lot of third eye stimulation and activity from working with the Tanzanite, but again, this is one that I actually feel helps me sleep. It stones me. It helps me to relax. It helps me to trust the universe and to be able to see from a different kind of perspective of my life. So a lot of this, of what crystal you want to sleep with and don't want to sleep with, guys, is going to be incredibly dependent on what is the reason why you can't sleep, you know? If you can't sleep because you're having just general anxiety, amethyst. You know what I'm saying? If you can't sleep because you're worried about what other people think about you, black obsidian. You see what I'm saying? Like, you could go ahead and search on Google, crystal that helps with depression, and it'll tell you. Someone will have written a blog post about it or something. But the thing is why are you depressed? You got to get to the source of it to know what crystal's actually going to work for you. Now, side note, I actually have a crystal consultation service that's attached to my Etsy, where I also sell crystals. It's tagged in the description. Yes, I'm advertising myself right now, but the only reason I am is because it's a really valuable service. I've been helping a lot of people. I could do spiritual life coaching, but the reason I'm mentioning it here is because you can use the service to talk to me, to learn about crystals. You could tell me about your problems, and we could get to the source of them together and figure out what crystal is going to be best for you. So I recommend you guys check that out. It really is amazing, and it's so resonant of who I truly am in my heart. I'm so grateful I started that service. It's going really well. Okay, so now what I'm going to show you guys is Andara crystal. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'll show you that in a second. Right now, we're gonna do the crystal giveaway. Sorry to take so long, guys. You know sometimes I get distracted and I just get all over the place. So the crystals you're looking at on the screen right now, these are 3 pieces of amethyst. So obviously these resonate with the purpose of this video, is to help us to sleep at night. So amethyst is 100% the best one out of any of these energies for sleep. I 100% feel that. I'm very confident. I'm not gonna change my mind about it. So these 3 pieces of amethyst, you could put one under your pillow, one next to your bed, and one at the foot of your bed. And you will create an energetic grid of that energy, and it's really gonna help you to sleep and tap into this peaceful crown chakra activation. So here are the 3 things that you gotta do to be considered even as a possible winner, okay? There's a lot of people that are entering themselves in these giveaways, so you gotta do these 3 things correctly. Number 1 is to push the thumbs up button on the video. Number 2 is to be a subscriber with the bell notification actually clicked. This is a necessary step for the algorithm to even include you as a potential winner. And the 3rd thing is to comment below and let me know what is your favorite crystal for sleep and what is the number 1 crystal that is the opposite of helping you sleep to you. So tell me both of those. Those are the 2 things you need to include in your comment to be considered as a potential winner. All right, in about a week from today, I will use the algorithm that chooses and I'll hit you up in a response to your comment and let you know, and I'll send you your crystals. Thanks for participating in the crystal giveaways, guys. I really love doing them. All right. Sorry about that, guys. My battery died and I had to actually just plug it in and charge it a little bit so I could even finish the video. My bad, my bad. Like I said, it's freaking morning time, okay? Like I legit, I love that word. I legit woke up 10-15 minutes before I started filming this, and that's not an exaggeration, truly. Okay, here we go. Oh, by the way, check out the crystals on my Crocs. My awesome friend Amber made these and sent them to me. Thank you so much, Amber. I freaking love you. Thank you for the gift. Okay, here we go. These are Andara crystals. Now, these are very iffy, and the energy is so new to me and it's so intense that it's hard to be certain to tell you guys whether it's going to help with your sleep or not. A lot of people have told me that they sleep with it under their pillow, and that's one of the best ways for them to tap into the Andara energy. They say, excuse me. Sorry about that. They say that it helps them to lucid dream and have all kinds of trippy things happening. Now, for me, I personally cannot have these anywhere near me. As a matter of fact, I noticed that since I got these is exactly when I started having sleeping problems. The energy of these is ridiculously intense and high up, guys. You know, it's just, I'm trying to see if I can show you this. Oh, this is my favorite one out of all of them. I know it's the smallest piece, but like this is the one that just I vibe with the most. It's got the most energy coming out of it to me. So here's another one to show you. Man, they're pretty special. I actually got a video all about the energy and talking about what I was just about to share with you guys tagged below. So I'll just link that for you. I just wanted to show them to you. The energy of these, honestly, I feel like I can't sleep with it. And that's not me complaining or hating on them. It's just a shout out to the power of it. There's something really interesting about the Andaras where it seriously doesn't feel like the energy waveforms move in any way at all compared to others. You know, it doesn't have a frequency that's higher or lower. As a matter of fact, these don't seem to generate any energy at all on a physical level. It seems like what this is interacting with is our energy body and literally our higher self. Those are the 2 parts of ourselves that are feeling the influence of working with the Andara. So if we are not awake with our energy body, if we are not awake to our higher self and seeing from this bird's eye perspective observer view, then I really truly believe that no, you're not gonna feel the energy of these. But if you are awake in these ways, I think that you will realize too, that this is not a good crystal to keep around you when you're trying to sleep, because it's really intense. Now, that I just mentioned about being the observer and waking up those parts of ourselves, the energy body, the higher self, I've got a video talking all about Phenokite, which is the best energy to help us to learn and tap into those parts of ourselves and awakening them. I truly believe this. Phenokite and moldavite are the two best crystals to activate and awaken these parts of ourselves. So I've got a video tagged below that's discussing that, and you can go ahead and check that out if that resonates and you feel called to activate those parts of yourself. That's the video to check out. That's the one I'd recommend. Now, the last thing that I'm gonna share with you guys, I'm gonna turn this around one last time here, is how you can make energy shrines to create grids and things like this in your space and to be having it conducive to sleep. So right now what I have right here is a piece of selenite, quartz, and an orgonite generator. So my intention with this and the energy that this is that the selenite is absorbing all of the bad vibes, quote unquote. This is also helping to absorb those, and they're both generating the good ones. Now the quartz is here expanding and expanding what is being generated and making it bigger. So this is basically like a good vibes generator that's just pumping through my van the whole entire time. Now, something that you can do, and I haven't managed to do it yet because again, I literally just got the van, but I've got little pieces of Velcro, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use them and I'm going to create this quartz grid around my entire, basically around the entire frame of the inside of the van. And so you can create grids and things like this. Now, these are Reiki quartz, and these help us to expand our intention and generate healing vibrations in our life. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grid those around my space, and it's gonna help to keep that energy moving. Now, when we create these types of grids, and you create these centers where all your crystals are, and they each have their specific place, for example, I keep this here when I sleep, then you can really seriously, truly amplify the power of what you are intending to achieve with your work with these crystals. Now, for example, I'm just gonna lay it out real practical for you. It's very simple, it's not complicated. If you wanna watch a video that dives into all the complexities of building a grid and how to work with those energies, I've got a video tagged in the description of this video for you guys, all about grid work, and it's taking that to a whole other level I've never heard anybody else talk about, so I highly recommend you check it out regardless. But instead of that right now, because I already have the video, I'm just gonna tell you my thought process here, okay? So I've got selenite under my pillow, and this is to help clear away negative energies from me while I'm sleeping. It's to help to pull those out of my mind area. So it's to help to clear my mind and help me to wake up more peaceful and clear and help me to sleep this way as well. Now the amethyst right here is upgrading me while I sleep. Every single night I go to sleep and wake up, I am a higher vibration. I'm even more tapped in to source creation and my higher self every single night. Now what I've got over here, I've got the black obsidian at my feet, and this is to pull out those negative energies and all the feelings I have about caring what other people think, worrying about other people's opinions, all that kind of anxiety and depression type stuff. This is literally pulling it out of my feet and cleansing me of that while I sleep at night, okay? So this is the grid I've got going on. This is the energetic intention of my space. And this is exactly how you can do it, guys. You seriously, literally, it's very easy, it's very simple. You put your crystal where you want it to be, and then you just give yourself permission and give the crystal permission to help you in these ways. And that's exactly how it's going to happen. It's that intense, it's that powerful, because again, you are the crystals. So if you work with them consciously in this way, it's just gonna increase that power and that energy that much more. Now, thank you guys so much for watching. I really had fun making this video. I truly do hope that this was valuable to you. This was what I felt like right now in the present moment was the most valuable and just kind of tapped in thing I could share with you guys, because I know that we all resonate and are experiencing a lot of the same things. And when I seem to make a video, a lot of you seem to be super tripped out that like you were just thinking about that, or you're going through it too. And it's not because I can tell the future or can read people's minds. It's just because of the law of attraction and correspondence working together. You and I resonate together. The fact that you are perceiving me and watching these videos and things, it just means that we are likely on a similar path and frequency and vibration. So it's not that I can read your mind and know exactly what you're thinking and feeling, or that I'm more tapped in than you. It's quite literally just the fact that I'm talking about my genuine experiences every single day, and because we resonate, you're likely having them too. So I do hope that this helped you with the crystals, guys. I do hope that this energy helps you to move your life and transform you, and to help yourself to be empowered. Because at the end of the day, this is a fucking gift to be alive here. And if we can't sleep, if we're having anxiety, depression, if all these things are happening, it really impedes on the quality of our life. I don't have to explain why to you. I know you know why. So the fact that you and I are tapped in and we're cracked open to the sensitivity of working with crystals, it's a serious gift, and we are blessed because we get to go around and move through life and use these magical crystals and energies to help us to transform things. Now, I know, guys, I know that a lot of people make fun of you or think that you're crazy because of the crystals. I know this because it happens to me too, you know? For ever since I've gotten into this, people don't understand and they think I'm nuts. I know people feel this way, guys, but don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. We got a gift. It's a superpower. It's not something to feel bad about or to worry about what other people think about you. We've got a gift. We have the ability to tap into our superpowers by simply picking up and holding a physical object that the earth created for us. How freaking cool is that? Now, last thing I'm gonna do is just show you guys my camp, just for fun. For anybody who's still watching, I know you're like a really awesome close friend, and I really appreciate you guys. So this is my campsite. This is where I've been camping out for the last month since I've been here in Sedona. And this is the outside of my van. It's a Ford Transit 2500 cargo van. And yeah, this is pretty much my living situation. It's amazing. And I guess I just felt compelled to share that real quick with you guys. So I am gonna renovate it and build it out. That's gonna be happening over the span of the next few months, and it should be pretty exciting. I'll probably get some content going for you guys about that, but realistically, that's what my Patreon is for, where I do personal vlogs and behind the scenes stuff. I also do live streams on there, so if seeing more of the behind the scenes of my life, like if you really resonate with me and that sounds cool and you wanna help support me in the channel, you could check out the Patreon below. But anyways, thanks again for watching. Once again, my name is Nathan. I do make crystal videos every single day except Saturday, and Sunday I do crystal Q&A live streams. So make sure to stay tuned and join me for that if you ever want to discuss anything that has to do with crystals real time with me. So I'll see you later. Thanks again, guys. I hope you have a beautiful night and sleep amazing. You deserve it.